Well, it is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Arrowhead. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Yellow. 180.
Now Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, this is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two.
To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Yellow. I've got blue lady.
Mahomes is going to run the option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. Butker's kick here is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And not much happening on the return as they'll get this to about the 23. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7.
Right back to Mitchell here. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 19-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
First red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Trailer. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Here now, 2nd and 4. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Burke. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's exactly what you're looking for, the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Jackson now off the bootleg. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Ravens have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on, and as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Throwing now is Mahomes. And coughed it up. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. They coughed it up, but luckily for them it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Now here's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Pacheco from the gun. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Chiefs are once again back in front. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead at 10-7.
Makes the score Chiefs 10, Ravens 7. Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
Play action. Now Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, a Cardinal sin there. Thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Yellow.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Y'all got to pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We money more Power Ranger. Also dangerous.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Yellow.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss.
Yellow, yellow.
Again, it's Pacheco. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. As his guys are able to extend their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Ravens 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It's been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Second down and 3. Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play. So now third down coming up.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps. And they're there and they end up making the play.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense. Blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Fielded at the 33. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Up the middle they go. Gomez. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A yard all they need, but it's third down.
Yellow. Yellow.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. That is caught. And he will have the Chiefs first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Second and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Yellow.
And again, it's Mahomes. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Ravens will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Pacheco gets it, tries the left side. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Yellow.
Now back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
6-yard line.
They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. The first down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, the turnover fuss continues. Here's another interception. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Another run with Mitchell. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
I haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Jackson going to keep it. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Ravens are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
Hey, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in for broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
An impressive punt return of 76 yards. And the Ravens have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Chiefs 17.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Oh, a good return up past the 30. That should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
That strong return is setting them up nicely for this drive. And we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this third quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast. Because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. Went to the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. Fielded at about the 28. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. When that ball popped free, we can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will
First and 10 as they take over.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
I see through your act and I still enjoy.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Yellow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Reigns. So the completion good for 7 there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Hey, 43. Yellow. Attack, attack.
He'll look to throw. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. For the left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Jackson. Screen play, setting it up for Mitchell. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively, kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
You say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down.
And again, touchdown, Baltimore. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Yellow.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Yellow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. And a throw right sideline is complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his 1st ever NFL game. And the Ravens are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Luke now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Chiefs 17.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here. At home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over in that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now here's Mahomes. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
Now it's Mahomes again. Going up top. And that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Yellow.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And his throw here is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before this worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, ribble it.
Mahomes to throw once more. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
First down, here's Mitchell. And room to run as he's out past the 35-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now to this point. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he stopped immediately there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's third down.
They need two. Here's third down. Once again, it's Mitchell. And he will have the Ravens first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
A lot depends on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. They run over center with Mitchell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. Trammell. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Ravens, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs,
They go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I give it all away. You're like my reason for life when my dreams seem so far away. the one that give me peace. I can never leave you alone, even when I'm overseas. If I gotta do a show, you coming with me. Baby girl, you a prime time, I don't care if everybody see. Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and don't let me go.
Ugly and money get low. Trust me, even when it's one thing right after the other, the nerve it is. Miss me, I know it's been 15 long days since I've been away. Tell me you waiting at home with the baby and tell her that daddy's so proud of the way. She teaching her mama and daddy to be more like kids and still handle the biz on the road. Cause I got a dream that I never could sing to say. Excited to see where it goes. I love the environment. I could provide you with just like a writing about you in these songs. You taking me higher, no need for a lighter. The spark of my fire inspired this poem. Gone.
Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and don't let me go.